If you run a horse business, chances are you are probably busy from sunup when your feet hit the floor to sundown and well past that. Between feeding, lessons, messages, scheduling, paperwork, and I'll tell you what seems to never get done, the marketing. What if I told you there was a simple way that AI can save you 10 plus more hours every single week? And that's without replacing your expertise or changing the heart of what you do or outsourcing it to an agency like Yellow Barn Media. If you decide you need to do that, we're happy to do it. But we're trying to give you really easy, practical tips that you can use in your horse business to make yourself more successful over time. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm Jamie Samples, founder of Yellow Barn Media, and I help horse businesses build stronger marketing systems and smarter operations so they can actually grow without burning themselves out. And on this channel, Horse Business Tips, I teach practical strategies that actually work in the real world of barns, trainers, and equine entrepreneurs. We all know horse businesses are very unique, okay? We're not just running a company. We are managing the lives of animals, unpredictable schedules, weather, travel, and might I mention, emotional clients sometimes. And of course, we got to throw in their physical labor. So we've got a lot of things that we're juggling. Most owners end up doing work like marketing and admin like late into the night, or they just don't do it at all. This is where AI becomes incredibly powerful, and it's not a shortcut. It's actually a support system for you. So I want to share with you 10 things that can help you streamline your business. And again, you may not use all these 10, but you might be like, oh, I never thought of that idea. I didn't realize I could use AI for that. One that I talk about a lot that is kind of a given is obviously writing your social media content. Instead of talking to a friend or staring at your husband or your spouse or your business partner and saying, what are we going to post this week? Basically, you can ask AI anything you want. A great example is give me 20 Instagram posts for a XYZ barn. Here's kind of like a pro tip with that. Don't just say, give me 20 ideas. You can do some simple things like if you have a website and you've spent time putting together copy for your website, or if you have a description of your business somewhere in writing, you can copy and paste your mission, your vision, who you are, what location you're in. If you have supplements or tack or whatever you have, whoever you are, give all of that information to your AI. For me, I always tell it like, I want a tone that is confident, fun, sometimes sarcastic, and sometimes sassy. And then sometimes I want like super duper truth telling posts. So I will tell it, this is who I am. This is what I want from you in this specific tone. I also want 5 of the posts that are short form, and 15 of those 20, I want long form storytelling. Make sure what you're inputting into your AI, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Claude, it doesn't matter which one it is, make sure you're giving it the proper instructions so it can understand you better. And if it spits 20 out and you don't like them, tell it why. Say these aren't good, or usually it'll number it. You can say, okay, 2, 5, and 10 were horrible. You did a bad job. Redo it, and here's how I want you to reframe this. So the better job you do of telling it what you need, it will kick it back out for you. That alone is probably going to save you 2 or 3 hours a week. And it's just going to save you that time of your brain just exploding and you not knowing what to post. Number 2, I'm going to share with you is creating monthly content calendars. Think about an equine supplement company, for example. If you're in springtime, if you're in fall, if you're in winter, horses have different needs and there's different things that we struggle with. Like, so if we're going into spring with fresh green grass, laminitis, founder, all of these things, we can go into AI and say, in the horse industry, these are things that horses may struggle with during this time. I want half of my content to reflect care for horses or preventative reminders of what we can do to keep our horses healthy in this spring season or in the fall. Going into winter, how are we going to prepare our horse's gut for the changing seasons? Creating monthly content calendars is going to just really help you organize those ideas. The more you work with AI, you can say, based on everything you know about my business, the type of clients that I have, I want you to create content that highlights different things that we learn in our lesson program program, horse care tips. Maybe you want to throw in some testimonials and say, I want you to put every Tuesday, I want to share a client success story. Every first day of the month, I want you to share a seasonal promotion, right? Obviously, you've got to give it that information, but the more you put in, it can spit out a 30-day content plan for you so that you know for the month. Or this is what I do quarterly plans. Once it spits out that plan, I don't use all the ideas because not all of them align with me or will work for me. I pull out the ones that I like and I dig deeper on that, and then I create content around that. If you're starting a young horse, you don't just go willy-nilly. You have a plan for 90 days or the first 30 days or the first 6 months. You have a general plan. AI is really good for just helping you get some framework for your business. And many of you out there don't have that. Number 3 is responding to your frequently asked questions. We get asked the same things over and over and over. Okay, so I own a marketing firm. Every time I get on a discovery call with someone, I get the same questions. So what did I do? I created a video that once someone schedules a discovery call, they will get the confirmation, but they will also get a video that says, hey, here's what we're going to talk about on our call. However, here are the 3 frequently asked questions that I get every time. So let's do that now so we can use our time crazy efficiently on our call. These frequently asked questions could be anything from what do I wear to lessons? How do I sign up? What supplements do I pair with what? If it's a lesson program, like what happens if it rains? Do you have an indoor arena? You as the business owner, you might be like, I'm not a type A personality. If you have someone like me, okay, let's use a lesson program, for example. If it's me, I'm a mom of a 12-year-old. If I'm bringing my 12-year-old to lessons with you, I want to know everything. I want to know where to park. I want to know if there's vending machines for concessions. Most barns don't have those things, but guess what? I want to know. If it's winter here in Michigan and my kid is going to brave and go take lessons in the winter, is there a room where I can watch that is heated? Is there an observation room that is heated with hot chocolate? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But if I have to tough it out, winter lessons in Michigan, I would like to know, do I need to bring my heated jacket? Do I need to bring my blanket? Which boots do I need to wear? Like, that sounds crazy. We need to look at our businesses based on where other people are seeing us and perceiving us. AI can help you write like saved responses or saved templates. So let's say someone does just email you, or maybe they text you. You can have those all stored somewhere and just go copy and paste them instead of rewriting it every time and be like, if another parent asks me about this thing, if another client asks me about breeding their mare to my stud and ask me this question, I'm going to just lose it. Well, it's your job to serve your customers, but you can save time by being smarter and creating those systems in place. Okay. So it's also just going to reduce like message fatigue. I mean, how many incoming messages do you get in a day, right? A ton. And if you don't have to, like, if you have 20 messages coming in and 15 of those messages, you don't even have to use your brain. You have to pick the answer and copy and paste it. It's going to make your life way easier. Number 4, which is going to be writing website copy. I want to preface this by saying, you can't just be like, I have a lesson barn, I have a supplement company, I make leather goods, write me my website. You can't do that. Also, there is still massive value in having an SEO specialist write your copy for your website to ensure your website is getting picked up by Google and all the other search engines. However, if you have a new page, a new landing page, if you just need to execute on something quickly, you can use AI to do that. If you're like, Jamie, I'm just a really bad writer, I'm never going to hire an agency to do it, but I have to write copy for this website, probably using AI is probably going to be better than using your own brain. AI can help you write things like lesson program descriptions. If you're boarding horses, if you have a training service plan and you need to explain how that works, like if someone's bringing you a horse for 30 days, what does that look like? Can they come and visit their horse every day? Do they need to call before they come to your property? Like, there's a million things. You want to definitely use this as an idea generator and something to do the heavy lifting. Make sure that you're reading it over and it sounds like you, it sounds like your voice. And for the love of Pete, make sure it is proofread, okay? Because just because AI spits it out does not mean it is grammatically correct. Number 5, creating email newsletters. Email marketing has one of the highest ROIs in any industry. The reason why is because it is completely and totally measurable. If you have 100 people on your list or 100,000, you know how many people are opening that email, how many people are clicking on that email. And here's what happens. People are like, yeah, I want to do email, and they never write them. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't know what to write in a newsletter. Well, we're going right back to content. AI can give you ideas. So whether you're doing barn updates, show announcements, training tips, special offers, if you're going to be at an expo, if you've got a horse for sale, if you have a new product coming out, doesn't matter what it is, you can have an email be drafted that you can take a peek at and be like, oh, this is great. I'm going to send email. I'm going to send this as an email. So instead of taking 2 hours to sit at a computer and be like, what do I do? This takes all of the overwhelm and the brain fog out to give you ideas, to write you some basic copy and content so that you can get started with email marketing. 6, lesson scheduling communication. This one I love, and I know I've been talking a lot about lesson barns. It's just a really good way for me it's just a great example. It's easy. Many lesson barns, there's a ton of them where it's like you just text or send a Facebook message to the person giving the lesson and be like, what time's the lesson? When are we coming this week? How much is it? Are we Venmoing you? Is there an invoice? Please be professional, okay? AI can help you write clear policies and scheduling messages to be like, this is the schedule. And yes, those are going to be essentially canned messages. Like if someone goes to your website, signs up for a lesson, they should get an automation of emails saying, this is what you do. This is what's happening. Here's what's going on, right? Again, it's all about communication. This can also convey things like cancellation policies. As I mentioned before, what happens if there's weather? Are we going into the Christmas season or Easter? Maybe we're not working on a Friday or a Sunday or whatever day. Basically, clear communication reduces confusion, and it literally saves you from repeating yourself all week. How about using AI to just be like, okay, I don't have to say that 36 times a week. Maybe I only have to say it twice. There's value in that, friends, value. Number 7 is going to be writing educational content. Horse owners, we love learning new things. And might it be something like just those random quick tips on how to make your own fly spray? If you have a supplement, nutrition explanations, break it down to a 5th grade level so that everyone that reads it gets it and can make sure that their horse is getting the most out of that supplement. If you have training philosophies, you can summarize that to give people a good understanding of who you are and where you're at. These things are going to build trust and position you as the expert, and you're going to look more professional. And keep in mind, all of this is saving you time, and it's literally AI. The other piece, which I love for this, I love this for you, I love this for me, is brainstorming promotions and revenue ideas. A lot of times we're like, all right, I do this one thing. How can I increase my income? What is a good idea for a new offer? Or new promotion? Like what's going to draw my current clientele in again to spend more money, or what's going to bring in someone randomly cold from the internet if I start sharing things like this? So again, if we're going back to a training barn, a lesson barn, you can be like, hey, what are some fun summer camp themes, clinic topics, package offers? Like how can I take what I'm already doing, repackage it, rebrand it, give it a new name and a new price, and put it out there. Also, things like referral programs. If someone is sending me business, how can I thank them, right? What does that look like, right? Am I going to send them a $25 Starbucks card, or am I going to give them 25% off their next lesson package? Like, what does that look like? I consider myself an ideas generator. If you give me anything and be like, Jamie, what are some ideas for this? Give me like 5 minutes and I'll be like, what about this? A lot of times with AI, I'll put in like, I have these 5 ideas. Now give me 20 more. And I'm like, what? This is amazing. Literally, the sky's the limit, friends. The sky's the limit. So number 9 is going to be creating show or event announcements. AI can help you quickly draft things like show schedules, packing lists for horse shows, travel reminders, just fun things that people could use. Obviously, if you've got entry, deadline notices, anything you need to share about your event, show, etc. Also, if you hold large events and you have vendors, friends, let me tell you, I have worked with many an expo. The majority, dare I say all of them, the communication that they have with their vendors, not good. Every time I go to an event, I go around and talk to all the vendors because those are my people, and I'm in marketing and I love seeing what's out there. Almost every single event, it doesn't matter how much I love it, it doesn't matter how big of an event it is, the vendors always are like worst run part of the show. The vendors are an afterthought, even though the vendors are bringing in a lot of money for them. If you have any kind of event and you have vendors, please know that you are probably in the category of people that I just mentioned. Might you get your feelings hurt? Maybe. But if it challenges you to look at your systems and processes to make next year's event better, I'm not sorry that I said it. We want to make sure that our equine businesses are professional, they're organized. You don't have to spend 17 hours creating 5 emails to go out to your vendors so they know exactly where to park, exactly what to do, what not to do, where they can get electrical, who's running it, who to go to if there's problems. Now, I could go off on a rant about this. Use AI to come up with a format for your vendors. And then our last one, number 10, is plan a long-term marketing strategy. So again, you might be like, okay, this time next year, I want to double my clientele, or I want to have a better, different kind of clientele. I want to raise my prices. Maybe I'm moving locations. Maybe I'm moving from California to North Carolina. I need to do research to figure out how is my horse training lesson program going to transfer from the West Coast to the East Coast? What do I need to know? You can ask your AI all of those things. You want to create a plan so that you're not just reacting to what's happening every day. You're not like, oh golly, this bill is due. I have no idea when my next client is coming. Establishing yourself in a way that you're creating a growth plan for your business. And the more clarity you have, that's going to save mental energy when you know what's coming. We can't always be like 100%. We know 5 new clients are coming next month. But what it really gives business owners in the horse industry is this. It gives us a little bit of breathing room, just a little bit, because the more time you save on not sitting at the computer, banging your head on the desk, wondering, what am I doing next? Like, what am I doing? This is also going to give you more time to teach, more time to ride, more time to focus on the horses themselves and their care, your facility, maintenance, your product development. If you're doing products, maybe you've got a tack store and you're like, I want to spend some more time on the layout, the physical layout of the store. We want all of those things. That's why most of us got into this industry in the first place, because we love the horses, we love the people, we love giving the lessons, we love creating the product. The equine businesses in this industry that are going to grow the fastest, the quickest over the next 5 years are not going to be the biggest or the fanciest. They are going to be the ones that look at their business, they walk every day with excellence, but they become smarter business operators. Using AI, it's going to be that one tool that's going to multiply every other effort that you do. If you want help using AI in your horse business, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because there's an entire series and I'm dropping videos for this AI series to show you step-by-step how to do this and understand why you need to be doing it. If you want a faster start and you're like, Jamie, this all makes sense, I want to do this, I want to take 5 of these things and implement them right now using AI, go over to my website, yellowbarnmedia.com. I have an AI mini course. It's created specifically for the horse industry, jam-packed full of prompts for you to use and step-by-step instructions from start to finish. I hope that you can go grab that, get started today, and know that taking massive action always works. And I hope to see you on the next video.